So Golden for me with To Another, it's the perfect start of the album. It's a bit slower and very soulful from the approach, being contrasted with this harder bass line, but all on a very slow tempo. And it's all about the feeling of this song, coming out of a tunnel, looking out and seeing the sun come up, looking back to, maybe sad times or harder times, and now, going out of this with the smile, and everything's golden. Love that. So Feel This Way with Maya Hawthorne is a very happy song. It's almost too happy, but it always makes me happy listening to it. It's a real from the heart feel good song. Really love the piano line on it, and Maya's performance is outstanding. So yeah, it's great. My Night is a funny one because it's kind of a summer song I did with April, but at the same time it's got like this kind of, fighting back undertone. You messed up my night, and it's it's a different song. It's out of the box in a way, and I like it for that. And you can dance to it very well, and you can make it your chant for the night, which is great. So Fade Away with Spells, it's just a little bit of a reminiscing, and fade into another world thing. It's more spherical and a little bit deeper, and I really like the melancholy in it, I think. But because it's not really melancholy, but it's just a beautiful pop song. Well, Just a Ghost with Seal is definitely one of my 14 favorites on the album. That's for sure. And it's definitely very, very melancholic. It's very deep, and it's almost kind of paranoid looking back, and chasing a ghost. And it's just a great song, and I'm happy to be able to have this on the album and work with Seal on this. Queen of Ice is definitely outstanding, especially for my standards, making more like house tempo tunes most of the time. It's almost a ballad, and it's all about the arrangement building up from, almost nothing to a big orchestra wall of sound. And of course, it's all about Dizzy's performance. Great voice, just deep. I always get goosebumps when I listen to it, and I never get goosebumps because I always wear this long black thing. So, crazy song. Well, Right Into You with Like Mike and featuring Mention Air on the vocals is another one of my favorites on this album. It's more a tradition of, of old school Claptone songs, very like deep house-ish, but beautiful vocals, very pop at the same time. Yeah, I mean, it's also touching, deeply touching. Make Love Not War with Nathan Nicholson. Yeah, it's a classic Nathan Nicholson Claptone song. It's got everything that makes Nathan beautiful in there, plus a message that I can only subscribe to, make love, not war. So Wake Up with James Vincent McMorrow, it's an unusual collaboration because of the house tracking, house backing, the house music, and James Vincent's kind of melancholic, deep indie vocals on top of it. It's a crazy mixture, and I love the energy that results out of the combination. Zero with Shelley Whale from The Big Moon. Well, that's a great track because it's a crazy combination between a real like pumping house song, house track, backing and her indie vocals on top of it, and they're very beautiful as well and very female, very emotive, and exceptionary. As I said before, I love unique vocals, and this is surely a unique vocal. Is This Love with Nathan Nicholson? Well, that's a deeply, deeply human song. It's a question we ask ourselves every day, and it's also such a classical Nathan Claptone collaboration with the melancholy and at the same time the beautiful, music and the chords. It's, Is This Love? What else can I say? So Beautiful with Laura is basically, I like it because it is, for one, it's beautiful, and secondly, it's an ode to the one you love, It's saying you're beautiful inside out, It's like, it's just like being honest and straight up, and very human song. So Satellite with Peter, Björn and John, well, I always wanted to work with them again after Puppet Theater on my first album, Charmer, and here it is, Satellite, and it's more of a disco vibe to it, and also crazy lyrics about it's a secret. I love this, my catchphrase, I guess. So it's got lots to offer, and not only the catchphrase, also musically. So Nobody with Barry Manilow, and on the album, on the vinyl version, I dedicated a whole side towards the song. So it's like on the D side, on the second record, let me show you. On the second record, you can find a whole side, only Nobody. And then on this vinyl version, you also find Aerobic featured. So you'll have this exclusive version only on vinyl, and so that's a good reason. Another good reason to buy the vinyl. And track number 14 with legendary Barry Manilow and Aerobic on the vinyl.